So I've got my NES hooked up to the Family Basic keyboard, and I'm running Family Basic on it with the Everdrive here. The thing is that you can use Family Basic on this console, but the cartridge is taller than most Famicom games. So using it with a converter isn't really something you want to do. You could plug the converter into a Game Genie and then plug that converter into Family Basic, but it would look hideous. So I decided I'd just use the Everdrive. Now, this does absolutely work. I mean, I've got, something going on here. And I'm actually going to go back into Basic, and I've got my slot machine game program loaded into memory. And just in case you want to see a broken version of it, most of the background is missing, but let's bet $100. You know what? No, let's bet $99. And I have no money left. So what we're actually going to be loading is a penguin racing program that I wrote. So once the tape's done rewinding, we'll check it out. So real quick, if you're wondering how to load a background in Family Basic, because there's no information on this anywhere on YouTube, you press Escape, and this menu pops up, and you navigate with the arrow keys. You hit File, go to Load there, or I'm sorry, File, you type L for load, and then you type the name of the program background, put a quote in there, press return, it starts to load, and you just press play on the tape. Now this setup, I don't have another cable attached for saving programs right now because I decided to use that particular cable with my headphones. But you can do it, obviously. I'm just not, because I don't really feel the need to save programs right now. So Family Basic loads backgrounds in 4 chunks, so it goes down the screen. That's why that slot machine background was only from here and then blank, because each one of these is a different set of background stuff. And it's almost done. It takes several, I would say about 90 seconds to load these little backgrounds. I've been cutting out a majority of it. There's our background for our penguin program. So to get out of the screen, you just press Escape, Stop, and it goes back to here. Press Basic. Now you want to load. Type in load. What did I name this program? I wrote this almost a year ago. Race. Okay. So I'm just going to type, parentheses, race into the keyboard. Race does not have a W in it. Press load. Press play. And the reason why I'm doing this is because sometimes I will let the tape play longer than it needs to, and it will go into the race program before I press stop. So what I always do is rewind slightly and then tell it to look specifically for race on the tape deck here, so that it will load race and ignore whatever's behind it. It's super handy. You could just type load and it'll load whatever it hears first, but this is the way I do it. And it's actually a little bit more, it performs better, the tape deck. If you just type load for just to whatever, sometimes you'll get a TP error, and that's annoying. So let's run this program. So we're going to ask it a question. So I typed in the question, is this running on NES? And then it'll tell you, again, hey, is this running on NES? This is a bug I need to fix. I want it to be down here, but whatever. So I get a little fake processing screen to make it seem a little bit more cute. Then it asks you a bunch of questions that it immediately deletes from memory. What's my name? John. My age, I'm 28. No, I'm 28, not 20. Is that... Yes, it is. I'm doing this through my phone's viewfinder. This is a really bad video. I'm sorry, but I'm not a cinematographer. Do you like penguins? Yes, I do. You always want to tell it yes. You don't want to find out what happens when you tell it no. Receiving. I like that little touch that I put in there. Is this running on an NES? So the object of this, as you could see, is that it answers your questions. The penguins go from, well, you saw what happened. Can you repeat the question? I think I will. Yes. New question, yes or no? No. No, we don't want a new question. I had to think about that for a second. I've been awake for a while. So then it does this again, and that's actually a bug that I left in. And this time, yes, it knows it's running on an NES. Actually, it doesn't. It just randomly... So, let me explain how this works real quick. No. Thank you. It's very nice. And if we print... If you want to check how much memory this thing has, you want to type print free, like that, no extra E at the end. We have approximately 100 bytes left to work with. If I were to clear all the variables in the system, and then try that again, you know what, I'm just going to go up here and see how it goes to 381. So, the way this program works is that essentially, you have all those random... Okay, hold on a second. These all determine the speed of the penguins. And this code here prevents the penguins from moving at the same speed. So you don't get two questions, or two answers to the same question. This doesn't always work, but it's what I have to work with the memory limitations that I have. You see, each time a variable is created, anytime you answer a question, anytime you write a question, all of these here variables, every single time a variable is created, it uses memory. And as we've already established, I've only got 300 bytes left to work with to hold all those variables. So, you gotta be a little bit... You know, you gotta hold off and keep features out. Now, if I were to say A equals, I don't know, hold on a second here, equals 5,000, and then I was to print free again, you see how the variable goes down. Now, I'm gonna create a new variable, one that uses words. Or not. Here's a better example. I had it print free right there, so we got 372. What day is it? It's Tuesday. You know what? It's use day today. Now I'm going to print free again. See, look at all that data that uses. Gotta be careful. So that's our Penguin program. You could type whatever you want. If I tell them nothing, it'll still go, because there's no way to program otherwise. And it'll tell me yes. Yes to nothing. It's great. So I hope you were able to endure this terrible, horribly filmed video. You'll notice something went wrong here. But it's a you know, it's something that I made in an afternoon, and I thought it was really cool. And I never showed anybody anything about this. So, hope you enjoyed it.